It's time for the second semi-final of our content creator roulette tournament. It's yours truly against Professor Profit from the Gamblers University. I will be going first as my strategy got a higher score in the qualifying stages. So the highest score goes first. We're going to play this for 15 minutes. We've got our $1,000. So I'll play this for 15 minutes, then either put money in the vault, which I hope, or replenish my balance, obviously depending on what happens to get to $1,000 again to play Professor Profit. So mine is the 9 Street Deluxe and Professor Profit is the 521. We'll play mine first and I'll tell you about the strategy, the deluxe version, a bit of a safer version. When it lets me put a bet on, I'll press the timer and we can go for it. Okay, let's go. So it's a $45 starting bet, and it looks like this. We got 9 streets from 7 all the way to 33, $5 each on them, giving us, like I said, $45 total bet. 27 numbers covered. Nice positive progression, nice negative progression. Obviously, I'm going to say that I do like this strategy. I think it is a good one. Obviously, that's why I entered it into the tournament. But it's a sensible positive progression and basically a sensible negative progression in terms of you have to do quite a lot when you've got 27 numbers covered. Let me just get this bet on. So we add in our 50%. Should be $2.50, but I just add $2 for ease. So it's a $63 bet. What was I trying to say then? Oh yeah, when you've got 27 numbers covered and you lose, you have to increase your bets quite a lot. I mean, you could increase them just a little bit, but try and win a lot in a row. We're going doubling up, winning 2 in a row. That's a pretty standard but good way to do it when you've got such a high coverage of the board covered. High coverage of the board covered, that makes sense? Right, that is a loser. So, here's the negative progression. Repeat. It's a $63 bet and double it, $126. So there's a condition in my deluxe version where if your bets are $180 or higher, then you don't do the positive progression. But as this is $126, if this wins, we're going to do the positive progression, which is add 50%. So basically add $7, get out of zero. It went into zero for like a split second then, and then came out. So here we go. We repeat it, and we get our... These are all going to 21. Can do it that way. $189 bet. $21 on 9 streets. Pretty big bet. But we didn't get off to that good of a start. Winning, then doing a positive progression, then losing is just so annoying. But I like these hybrid systems. That's why I've got a hybrid tournament, just to show you these. It keeps on getting close to zero. I don't like it. I mean, that ended up miles away from zero, but was worrying me a bit then. 1,057 is our session profit, and we're going to reset. The reason why I'm looking at that session profit is if we do go on quite a bad run and our bets are like $360, so that goes from 45 to 90 to 180 to 360, there's a condition where you win 2 in a row and then half the bet. In fact, that works as well if you're on a $180 bet, win 2 in a row. If you're not at session profit, half the bet. And then when you do get to session profit, reset. So we're at 1,057. That is a winner. That's the lowest number that we can see to win. We're going to do our positive progression. Hopefully we win this one now. So get these all up to 7. The winner of this will be going through to play AOB, Brent in the final. The first semi-final was dramatic, to say the least. The Magic Raven had a score of 265, which I thought was great. If I get a score of 265, I'll be very happy. And he still didn't make it through. Okay, we've won our positive progression. We're at 1,093. And we're going to reset. Yeah, $265 profit in 15 minutes. In my book, that's very, very good. But the ending to AOB strategy, because he went on a bad streak, which meant that his bets got huge, and because they were huge, he just clawed it all back. Entertaining. I think it's entertaining. I think if you like watching roulette videos, you'll find it entertaining as well. So make sure you go check that out. So yeah, either me or Professor Profit will be against Brent in the final. That's a winner. I'm going to try and not be too biased, but I hope it's me. $108. Repeat and add $2. Yeah, if we can get through to if I can get through to the final, sorry, Professor Profit, I'm going to admit it. I do not want you to win this semi-final. I want to win. I want to get at least through to the final, and I think there's a bit of friendly banter between me and Brent. He's been very helpful, and we've recently, with what's going on with YouTube, like given us a hard time. I think we're looking out for each other. I think that'd be the best way to say it. So I'd like to go head to head with him. If you'd like to see some collaborations between myself and Brent, then let us know. I'm sure he'd be up for it. I'm not sure how we'd do it with the time zones and stuff like that, but let me just 1,129. I need to get this bet back on. And actually, that goes to anybody in the roulette space, collaboration wise. Now, I'm not really I don't really do live streams just because I've got a wife and two young kids, and I find it hard to find the time to record these videos. So to be online at the same time as somebody else, especially in a different country, is going to be pretty tough. But maybe we can invent some strategies together or do something. You guys let me know. $144. Let's repeat and add our positive progression. We've still got 8 minutes left. Anything can happen in 8 minutes, but we're doing okay for now. But when you're doubling your bets after losers, it just takes 3 losers, and it's a completely different game. And we have 10 losers. We've got 10 whacks on this setup. So don't be surprised if we hit 3 losers. Hopefully, the negative progression will pull us out and we'll do okay. We're on $165 in profit. That's our session high for the time being. And we're going to reset to that $45 bet. We are basically halfway there. So 165. If I can do that again for the next 7.5 minutes, $330. That'll be a tough score to beat for Professor Profit. And by the way, shout out to Professor Profit. Thank you for your roulette submission. I'm only joking, but I'm also obviously not joking about not wanting you to win. I hope your strategy makes me money, but I hope it doesn't make you more money than my 9 Street Deluxe. We're at 180, and it's time for the positive progression. So we've actually, because of the last semi-final, both of them being profitable, I've not actually worked it out. We were 820 down before the semi-final. We won 380, then we won 265. What's that? That'd be like $600 profit. So we're about even for this tournament now. Was that? Yes, I'm going back down to base bet. And we're at 201. Going down to that base bet, we're $200 in profit. Yeah. So with that good semi-final, I think we're about even for this entire tournament. Now, the community tournament was amazing. We made like $7,000. We have had 3 strategies that went to 0 in this tournament, which is obviously not great, but to claw that $3,000 back and potentially make it back would be great. So we repeat and get our positive progression on. We're doing quite nicely here. Forgot to look at it. 1,153 plus 63. So we're at 1,213. Is that right? 1,216, excuse me. 5.5 minutes left. Yeah, 1,216 is our session high. We've got to remember that in case we go on a bad run, which I don't want to have to remember that number, but if it does kick in, that's what we're going to have to do. 27 is good. We're on a nice... I won't say it, actually. You guys know what I'm thinking. 237. Right. Base bet. On. 5 minutes left. Hold on. Don't do anything crazy. I'll just have a look at these numbers. We have been getting lucky. We really have. Was that our last loser? You know what I'm like. When you get too lucky, it turns around. And this strategy doesn't mind losing one, winning two, losing one, winning two. Let me just get the positive progression on. Just try and work out what our session profit was. Call that 90. 253. Did I say that? I'm trying to say too many things. Our session profit is 253. Yeah, so we should be winning roughly 3 out of every 4 spins. And it can get away with losing 1, winning 3, losing 1, winning 3. What it can't get away with is losing 4 in a row. Or it might just get away with losing 4 in a row. We're at 273 and we're at base bet. It's 3.5 minutes left. So yeah, I must confess, it's a great strategy. Must confess that it's a great strategy, but it helps getting lucky. So as long as nothing crazy happens for 3 minutes, I'm feeling reasonably comfortable. I should not have said that, should I? That's definitely going to bite me. There you go. Reasonably comfortable. Bang, loser. Welcome to opening your mouth at the roulette table. Right, repeat that. And double. So it's a $90 bet. That was our first loser for a while. I just hope that there's all those losers that we should have hit mathematically. Like we should lose 1 every 4, roughly. I hope they don't all come at once. Is it going to do it to me? I literally said I'm feeling comfortable and I've just gone back-to-back losers. And I have to repeat this and double it. And now I'm at $180 bets. I can't. I'm saying keep my mouth shut, but what a boring video this would be if I just came to the table and didn't speak because I thought it was going to be bad luck. But I've got 2 minutes left. I need to win 2 of these and then half my bet because I won't be at session profit. I need to win 1 first. Okay, that is 1. Repeat this. Guys, I can't even remember what my session profit was. Was it like 250? I don't think that losing 2 then winning 2 gets me back to session profit. So I think I have to half my bet because I just don't remember what my session profit was. I need to win this first. 16 is a winner. What am I at here? Is that session profit? Oh my goodness. I don't think it is. I need to get to a $90 bet. You guys can watch this in hindsight. I think, I've ran the numbers on this, and I think if you lose 2, so if you go from a 45 bet to a $90 bet to a $180 bet, and then win 2, that is not session profit. I might have got that wrong. I might have to be on base bet here. That's a winner. If I made a mistake, I'm sorry. I've made myself a little bit of extra money. We're at 1288, and we have time for one last spin. So the minimum that this can finish on, let me just stop my stopwatch early because there's no time for another one, is 1243, which I think is a good score. Hopefully we can put the cherry on the top. This will return $60, and we can finish on 1,300. That will put the pressure on Professor Profit. 1243 is still a big score to try and beat, but obviously I want to put an extra bit of profit. We thought about going into 0. It didn't do it. There you go. The 9 Street Hybrid Deluxe, the Casino Matchmaker 9 Street Hybrid Deluxe. I'm going to give myself a bit of credit. Made $303. I am going to go and put this money into the vault, come back and play the 5-2-1 from Professor Profit from Gamblers University. See you in a minute. Okay, time for Professor Profit's 5-2-1. I'm actually going to get straight on as soon as the ball spins because it's an easy one to do. I will talk you through the progression, the positive progression and the negative progression. The positive progression is very tame. We added it in so that it could be in this hybrid system. When it lets me put a bet on, I will put the stopwatch on and we can get started. So we're going to start off with an $8 bet. It's 5 here, 2 here, 1 here. Let me just zoom in for you. So you've got 5 on the 6 line, you've got 2 on a split, and you've got 1 on a straight up. For some reason, when I was filming the original video of this in the qualifying rounds, I kept on saying that the number was a jackpot number, but obviously the splits pay the same as the straight ups. Having $2 on a split is the same as having $1 on a straight up. I don't know why I was getting all extra excited when a straight up number came in rather than the splits, but they pay exactly the same. So apologies about that. Right, on a loser, we go to the next 6 line or street, 5-2-1. We stay with 5-2-1 for those first 2 6 lines. Then when we go over to the other one, we're going to double the bet. But it's a Dallin bet. You're adding 5-2-1 to everything on a loser. You're not doubling, but obviously the first one is a double because it goes from 5-2-1 to 10-4-2. We've actually hit a winner. So we're going to reset. That's a nice win. $42 in profit we are. So we're going to go back to 5, 2, 1. Nice start. I'm just going to write down the session profit because this is, it's not complicated, but you reset when you get to session profit. Now there might be a time when we hit some winners, but we're not back at 1,044. We add $1 to our 6 lines or double streets. I'm going to just say both words because the audience, some of you guys, if you're from the UK, will probably use the word 6 line. If you're from America or other places in the world, I think everybody else says double streets. I've just always said 6 line. I've been a casino dealer since like 21, and I always used to say 6 line, so it's quite difficult for me to say otherwise. So yeah, the positive progression will kick in when we're on recovery mode, which is a bit different to most strategies. It's a very tame positive progression. You might not see it in 15 minutes, to be honest. Oh, that will win next time. So we're gonna use the negative progression. So a fair few bits are coming on here. So we go to another 6 line, we go to another split, we go to another straight up, but at this level we double it. Okay, so we're at a $48 bet. If this loses, we add another 6 line and we add 5-2-1 to everything. Now I know from experience from playing this before, I will have to be fast to do that. So bear with me. That's actually a winner. But here you go, a winner, but we're not at session profit. So I'm just going to repeat. And this is where the positive progression kicks in. We add $1 to those 6 lines. That's where the positive progression kicks in. So we hit a winner. We weren't at session profit, so we're adding $1 to those 6 lines. Now, something interesting happened in the qualifying video that people were mentioning. If we lose this, we add that 19 to 24 6 line, but that doesn't have the dollar on. So the first 6 lines have that progressive dollar, but the other one doesn't. Right, we're going to have to do it now. Let me just be quick with this. I'm too slow already. Missed it. Just missed it. Right. The reason why I missed that's the hardest bet to put on. I am $5 short here in this 1 to 6. So apologies if 1 to 6 comes in. $5 short, but just couldn't catch up. Everything else I think is right. 6 came in, but 6 is a good number. So I'm really sorry, but I just couldn't catch it. We're at session profit, 1,059. Let me just get this 5-2-1 on. 1,059. Right, hang on. This could cause mayhem. Because if I win this by $30, which is what that would return, that extra $5, there will be mayhem. So I'm going to plus 30 to this score if I need to, which I hope I don't, because I'm at 303. If this gets to like 270 or something, if this gets like 280 and I miss that bet, everybody's going to think I'm cheating, which I'm not trying to. All right, let's repeat this. 5, 2, 1. And my session profit is $59. So just to let you know what happened there, that is a difficult bet to get on. Add a street, add a 6 line, add a split, add a number, and then add all those units again. Luckily, I got that dollar on 6. If I'd have missed that, then I think people would have been very upset. That's a winner. And I think we can reset. Oh, we're at 1,101. So I'm going 5, 2, 1. We're back at that $8 bet. Got 8.5 minutes. It's got a chance of catching me. I thought $303 was a huge score, and I was thinking this is going to struggle to catch me. $30. So this deserves another $30 based on my mistake. But perhaps it should be penalised $30 because it's quite difficult to get on. Like if there's a mistake to be made on a strategy, I will probably make it. 5 would have been really good. That would have really helped this out. All right, we repeat. We're going 5, 2, 1. Let me just write down our session profit was 101. So like I mentioned before, winner of this goes through to the final, 30 minutes against AOB Millipede Minion. I hope it's me. 35 is a loser. We're going to do 5-2-1, and just for ease, I'm going to press the double button. 5, 2, 1. Oh, and double. I said I was going to press the double button and I didn't do it. So I just want to clarify that that isn't a double. I mean, it is a double there, but you're not doubling on a loss. You're just adding a unit. The same again. We're going to add 5, 2, 1, and then add 5, 2, 1 to everything else. The next, it is so difficult to get the next bet on when it loses. So I'm going to try again, super fast. Got it. Had a plan. Oh no, I've not got it. 24. If 24 comes in, don't be 24 because I'm $1 short there. Sorry, I'm $2 short. That's $70 difference. Do not be 24. Right, I'm safe. But I do need to add 5, 2, 1 to all these. Let me just get the first bet up to 3. Right, that should be 3. We add 1 to these. We add 2 to these. And we add 5 to these. See, that's pretty easy to do because the bets are already there. And you just go add 5, add 2, add 1. Pretty easy. But when you've got to add that 6 line, add that split, add that straight up, and then go back and add the 5, 2, 1, it's quite fiddly. So I saved you $2 there. Oh. 18, right next to 18 would have been huge. Right, we're going to have to go again. So we go 5, 2, 1. Big bets now. 6, 4, 7. 5 minutes left. If it hits one of the, well, like I said, the splits or the straight ups are the same. And I didn't realize that in the first video. So if it hits a split or a straight up bet, oh, it's right next to 6, which is a straight up bet, and right next to 17, which is a split bet. So it's got quite unlucky here. Hang on. Let's get this on again. So I've added 5, 2, 1 to all of these. It's a 1, 9, 2. Our balance isn't looking great. Yeah, that was right in between 2 winning numbers. 6 and 17. Pay quite a lot. Oh, come on. Straight into like the most unlucky number possible. Let's get this on. $224 bet. Now, do you know what's super frustrating about this? Is that if this loses, I can't. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, it's not a double. So I can increase my bets. I think for some reason, even though I've just explicitly told you it's not a double, it's not a martingale, I was thinking I couldn't continue with the progression, but I can. Yeah, 34 is not good. Don't go into 34 again. 30 is... When 30's a loser, I don't like it. I really don't like 30 losing. Again, that's in between 2 of our splits that would be winners. Anyway, I don't have time to talk. I was right. I couldn't continue the progression. Why did I confuse myself so much? Yeah, just can't add 5, 2, 1, unfortunately. Look at these big numbers, guys. We're not up here. Look at all those. Wow. That's a lot of last dozens. 15 is actually... Oh, that's so frustrating because That actually went backwards. Guys, hang on. Oh, I'm everywhere. Right, I've had an absolute mess. And the reason is I couldn't repeat the bet. I couldn't repeat the bet because we went backwards. So I was trying to get some money on as much as I could and I just had a howler. We would have lost it all anyway. We've got a minute and a half. Let's just play. Let's just try a little bit. Let's go 5, 5, 5, 5, 2, 2, 2, 2. Can I double it? Yes. Right, that's my bet. $64. If we lose this, it's done. Just want to see if we can recoup any money. I mean, it didn't matter the howler that I had because it would have been a big loss anyway. Those numbers have not been good to us. So looks like it's me and Brent from AOB in the final. Yeah. Wow. The chaos there at the end. Can't believe how many high numbers have come in. So unfortunately, I have lost my entire bankroll. But the positive is that I am through to the next round. So myself against Brent, head to head, 30 minutes. Make sure you subscribe to the channel to see that. Professor Profit, unfortunately this time, the 5-2-1 didn't play out for us. You got into some serious bad luck towards the end, but appreciate the strategy submission. Guys, don't forget to go and check out Professor Profit or Gamblers University channel. There'll be a link in the description. Thanks very much for your time, and I'll see you here for the next video.